Welcome back to day 4 of the Breathe with Lucas 7-day nervous system training program, the happy halfway point. By now, I would be expecting that you would have potentially noticed some changes in yourself, your operation, the way you work, specifically if you're new to the breathwork practice. And these changes, you should be noticing them outside of when you're actually doing the breathwork. Maybe you're going to the toilet more often. This is your metabolism waking up and processing. That's completely normal. You may need to increase your water intake if you aren't already a regular water drinker. This is a good thing. The body is cleansing itself, detoxing. Think of it as sweating, but in a more comprehensive way. It's a very clearing process that by stimulating and massaging our autonomic nervous system through these breathwork exercises, it's going to cause this to happen. You soon adjust, and it is all for the better. And I would also be wondering if you're sleeping better. I mean, a lot of people tell me that this is the case after just the first session. So I'd assume after 3 days into this thing, if you've stuck to the program, that you'll be getting some far more excellent sleep, better quality, deeper sleep. I get various reports of poor sleepers, like traditionally poor sleepers, now falling to rest completely easily, and those who wake up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed much earlier than they are used to. Now that is also a common one. I've heard that a few times, and it was the first thing that I noticed personally. Now this is just your circadian rhythm coming back into alignment, the way it's always meant to be, sundown, sun up. And your energy levels may well be increasing naturally as a result. Further on down the track, we might discuss as we get to the end of the 7-day program whether you're noticing that you need less sleep. That was something that I noticed much further on, but it'll be interesting to see how you go after 7 days of commitment. These are the more common noticeable effects after 3 or 4 days. More continues to evolve, as I say, and change, all for the positive, the longer you carry on with this daily practice. But it doesn't have to be half an hour every single day. We'll get to that again later on as well. Today we are increasing our breathing volume and length slightly more again with 3 rounds of shamanic breathing, replacing one of those rounds of straw breathing from yesterday. We're going for more volume for longer and in rhythm for longer, continuing to gently stretch the boundaries of our experience. But remember, as always, it's your session. You control the depth and power of your breath. Of course, before that, we will loosen things up a little and bring our mind to the now, to the present, what we are doing with 10 minutes of sitting and folding Hatha, beginning on the ground and remaining on the ground throughout the practice. Now, I encourage you to really use this opening 10 minutes to bring your awareness to your breath, practice our Dharana, or concentration, as they would say. Dharana is from yogic practice. It's not just the physical body that we prepare for breath work, it's the mind, the energy body. This time can simply be used to bring us into the now, this 10 minutes Hatha, the present moment. If you're only going to get one thing out of it, use it to bring yourself to now and remove some distractions. With the shamanic breathing today being over 3 rounds, we can really choose to let the rhythm take over. See how much you can let go of control today and let the breath breathe you. So you remember the other day I gave you the challenge to focus on relaxing on every single exhale for 1 round. So today, try and see how much you can just let the breath breathe you, at least just for 1 round. Just let it go, using the rhythm of the beat. Every single quality straight back and relaxed shoulders breath cycle is a continued massage of the ANS, and the musical rhythmic nature of it is the same. A water bottle is highly recommended, finally, if only to wet the mouth. As usual, blanket if you get cold, but enough chat from me, let's get into it. Day 4. Peace. Welcome, breathers, to day 4. Starting our mid-week point with a beautiful 10-minute seated Hatha section. Let's start an easy pose. That's seated, legs crossed however that is comfortable, back is straight, and head floats above the heart and chest. We don't want to remove any tension in the back. And top of the hands, resting on the knees or thighs. If you find Sukhasana easy pose uncomfortable, try elevating the hips. It can be used with pillows or a block that is able to be seated. Now that we're here, we're going to establish a strong connection with our breath. We're going to do this through alternate nostril breathing. So 2 middle fingers in the middle of the forehead, and thumb and fingers either side of the nose, or Anjali Mudra, fingers either side of the nose. We're going to take an inhale in through the left, plugging the right, and then exhale through the right, plugging the left. Same again, inhale through the right, plug that right, and exhale through the left. Let's go one more cycle. Inhale through the left, plug, and exhale through the right. And then letting the hands rest back on top of the thighs. From here, remove the brick or pillows if seated, and let's stretch the legs out to Dandasana, staff pose. So nice strong L shape here, keeping the back straight and that head remains floating. The legs are draped across the earth. 1 or 2 cycles of breath. The hands can remain on fingertips by your sides or flat. And your next inhale, as you inhale, you're going to lean back on the tailbone and just rock slightly to lift the legs off the ground. Bring the knees in towards the chest as they bend, and then open the legs up to cobbler's pose. That's the soles of the feet touching, and the knees dropped out to either side. Finishing your cycle of breath. And on your next exhale, we're going to pick up the legs on the inside of the knees and gently bring them out to wide angle pose. Finishing your cycle of breath and then rocking back on the tailbone again, bringing the knees into the chest, cobbler's pose, and then lifting the knees gently and stretching the legs out straight to Dandasana, staff pose. Let's do that one more time, rocking back on the tailbone, bringing the knees into the chest and opening out to cobblers. Then lifting the knees and bringing the legs out to wide angle pose. Finishing your cycle before bringing the legs back into cobblers, knees into the chest and then out, and then lifting those knees and letting the legs drape in front of you, back into staff pose. Beautiful. Just 1 or 2 more cycles of breath here. Now on your next exhale, we're going to bend the left leg into the chest, keep the right leg straight. On the next exhale, we're going to drop the left arm out behind us and steady. And as we've done so, we're now going to inhale the right arm up in the air nice and strong and straight. And then as we exhale, we're going to curl that right arm right around that left knee and give it a hug, but keep the arm straight. So leaning back on the left hand, curled hug of the left leg with your right arm. Finishing a couple of cycles of breath. Gently unwind and straighten out the left leg. Fingertips to your side, ensure the back is still straight and the head still floats. Let's take an inhale up and rise the right arm up above your head nice and straight. Let it drop to the ground behind you. Let's bend the right knee in towards the chest. Keep the left leg straight. Take the left leg up now as we balance, left arm up now as we balance on the right. Nice and straight, and in your next exhale we're going to bend that left arm and curl it round that right leg. Twisting as we go. Nice gentle twist. Beautiful. On your next exhale, we're just going to uncurl and come back to Dandasana, staff pose. Finishing your cycle of breath. And then on the next inhale, we're just going to bring the arms up above the head in a nice wide half circle. Keep those arms straight, keep the back straight and the gaze soft. And as we next begin to exhale, we're going to lift the head and the chest and the arms and start to fold forward. Only to your maximum. Listen to the lower back, the sides of the body, and the arms and the belly. And only fold to what suits you in this moment right now. Finishing that cycle of breath. On the next inhale, we're just going to crawl up the legs using the hands, using all the weight on your arms. Back into staff pose. Placing the hands down beside the hips. On the next inhale, we're just going to start to raise the back, and as we exhale, we're going to continue to lift the chest and the head and arch our back. So hands behind the hips and gently arching backwards. Again, listening to the body and only to your maximum. Establishing that strong connection with the breath throughout our practice. On your next exhale, let's bring the hands forward and straighten that back. And we'll go one more forward bend as we inhale and bring the arms up above our head. Ensure they're straight and strong, palms facing forward. And then as we exhale, we're going to lift the head and the chest and fold forward. Beautiful. Listening to the body, no strain. We want integration. On your next inhale, just crawling back up those legs gently until you're back into staff pose. Now let's gently move down into semi-supine. So lying on your back, legs are bent, soles of the feet are hips distance apart. Let's be careful getting down. And arms are resting on the earth, palms facing up. And noticing the inhales and exhales through our nose, cascading through the heart space into the belly, ever so softly, lightly and deeply. Resting in this nourishing, safe, rejuvenating pose. The breath flows easily. The prana it carries with it can do its job. Just bringing the hands to rest on the lower belly now. And noticing the four components of our breath. There's an inhale and a slight pause, and an exhale and a slight pause. Beautiful. That concludes our Hatha section. I want you to start thinking about your intention, anything other than physical, for the rest of our session today. We're going to move into 3 rounds of shamanic breathing using the songs Radiate Light and New Ambition. 5 minutes per round, so around 15 minutes of breathing. And as it is all mouth breathing, I encourage you to explore that depth and breadth, and again, just pushing slightly past your known limits of yesterday. Grab that drink of water, a blanket if you tend to get cold, and get prepared for 3 rounds of rhythmic shamanic breathing. Belly, heart, release. Belly, heart, release. Okay, keeping that back straight and starting with the belly. In 3, 2, breathe. Belly, breathwork breathers. We really want to find our rhythm and let the shamanic, rhythmic beat just guide us and lead us, as opposed to any ideas in our head today. Just trust the rhythm. Continuing to build on our first 3 days, so this is an extension of our exposure to over-breathing techniques. So trusting and feeling into it and listening to the body. If at any stage you feel uncomfortable, just come back to your resting breath. Beautiful. Belly, heart, release. Belly, heart, release. So we want to keep a slight purse in the lips and just allow that touch of resistance to aid in the filling of our 2 chambers. Belly, heart, release. That's the one. Belly, heart, release. Beautiful work. Belly, heart, release. Just feeling into that rhythm. Here we go. Rhythm almost as important for the nervous system massage that we are providing through this life-carrying breath. Doing amazing work, breathers. We're almost at the end of our first round. Okay, 2 more cycles. 1 more. Okay, make this next one a full body recovery breath in, all the way up to the top and hold and squeeze. Just relaxing into this inhale hold before releasing in 2, 1, and sinking right into now and only now, enjoying this time with yourself for 60 seconds. Letting all the muscles drop and every area of the body relax into this breath retention. No need to tense or fight. Just sit in breathlessness. "30 seconds remaining of this hold. Getting ready to take a full body recovery breath in 3, 2, 1. Breath in. Squeeze and hold before releasing in 2, 1. Beautiful. And now, as it is with our nervous system training program, we're going to do it again and again. So get comfortable, do whatever you need to remain at complete ease. As I suggest so often, a drink of water now is recommended. And we're going to get back into shamanic breathing, belly heart release. And following my lead around 3/4 of the way through this round, we're going to increase the intensity even further. But if that's too much for you, remain at the existing pace. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, breathe. Beautiful. Just coming back to that rhythm. The nervous system will remember from our previous rounds and practice this week that rhythm feels good. So again, let the breath and the rhythm breathe you.
checking in again that the depth and breadth that you've established is right for your practice today. If you're feeling up to it, we want to extend, and if you're not, or if anything feels slightly off, just regular, soft, gentle breathing. Beautiful work. Okay, we're going to go through 3 more full cycles, and then we're going to increase the speed. Just again, following the rhythm. No more instructions needed. Trust your natural rhythmic intuition. Here we go. Let's breathe. Beautiful. Keep that faster pace going. You're doing amazing. Trusting that rhythm. Still keeping the 3 parts of the breath distinct. Belly, heart, release, even at this faster pace. 2 chambers in, 1 out. Beautiful. 3 more. 2 more. This is our last full cycle. Now big recovery breath in. Here we go. All the way into the top and squeeze and hold. Doing what you can to now relax and fall into this breath retention on the inhale before releasing. In 3, 2, 1. And fully dropping everything, the shoulders, the chin, the chest, relaxing into our 60-second breath retention. Coming into now and relaxing. Seconds remaining. Getting ready to take a full body recovery breath in 3, 2, 1. Squeezing here at the top before releasing in 2, 1. Beautiful. Just ensuring you remain at complete ease is the key here. There was a lot of over breathing, especially if you're new to the practice. A third and final round starts with a couple of slower cycles to ease us back into it before picking up the pace and finishing with that double speed. Starting again in 3, 2, and okay, let's pick up our cadence slightly. Belly, heart, release. Beautiful. Belly, heart, release. Belly, heart. Just finding our rhythm and beat in this new song to finish. Now all of this talk of regulating your breath, if you are experienced and you're feeling this particular rhythm, I encourage you to test your own limits, those that you know yourself, only truly deeply. The inhale force can be adjusted off a quite a significant range, so play with it, see how you feel. Breathwork practice is as much an exploration of yourself as it is training the nervous system. An exploration of your physical self, understanding how it all works when everything else is just focused on the breath. Okay, we've got 4 more cycles before picking up the pace to something a bit more energetic to finish. Here we go, last cycle. In 3, 2, and breathe. This faster pace is too much, just listen to yourself and remain at the slower speed. Trust the beat and the pace to guide you. Remember, this is training and we are attempting to have the body adapt to positive stress. You're doing awesome work, team. Almost there. Just under 20 seconds remaining. Doing fantastic. Belly, heart release. Beautiful. Keep it going. 2 more. That's it. Now big full body recovery breath in. Up to the top and hold. It's that final inhale retention. Relaxing the shoulders and the jaw now. Preparing to drop. In 3, 2, and exhale. And sinking into now for our final 60-second breath retention. Seconds remaining, this final hold. Getting ready to take our full body recovery breath in 3, 2, 1, breath in. 1 final squeeze before releasing in 2, 1. Beautiful. You've done all the hard work, the active breathing for today. Give yourself a pat on the back. Invite in some gratitude for our practice. Now's the time to get comfortable, if you can any more than you already are, as we remain in stillness here for 5 minutes of meditation. We're going to keep it simple today. Let's just focus on the breath. Just simply whatever your resting breath is, no guidance. Just watching it arrive ever so gently and watching it leave. Once it's established this attentive awareness of our breath, we're just going to start to assess how we feel physically, mentally, spiritually, So much better now than 27 minutes ago. The choices we make, they show up in our lives every day. This includes treating ourselves with care, love, and healing through the power of the breath. As I've said at the start of this training program, it's never easy to stick disciplined to a practice every day, or however it comes. But if we take time at the end of each practice to focus on what we've achieved, how amazing we feel, and the good that's coming of this, it just makes each day easier. Simply remaining aware of our breath and resting. Inviting in gratitude from wherever you may find it in your life today. It could be what you're experiencing right now. It could be this music you're listening to or the food you're about to eat. It could be the house you're sitting in, the family member that's asleep in the bed, the pet beside you, or just the air that you're breathing. There's always something to be grateful for. But most of all, be grateful for the decision you made to turn up today. You continue to do so over the 7 days and beyond. Just watch your life transform. There's so much talk in this world today of breathwork and the power of breath, but it's still drastically underrepresented. The transformational power from a simple 10 to 15 minute a day practice is less understood and oft misdescribed. But it's true. There's nothing but good to be had when we control the life force energy all around us with our breath. Feeling incredibly grateful myself for the opportunity to produce content like this. If it helps a single soul, then there's no much more gratitude that I could possibly have. Looking forward to guiding you again tomorrow, team, on day 5. Be proud of yourself. You're doing incredible things. Stick at it and watch the changes continue. Stay safe, stay free. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.